2 times more engagement and 25% less turnover. This is what companies get when they successfully manage their time off and their people's leave. Hi everyone, my name is Elif. I'm a business advisor at Odoo. I help small to medium companies overcome their challenges and turn them into solutions. And today we will tackle the fact that managing your leaves in a company doesn't have to be that complicated. So if you have any questions, please don't forget to scan this. If for any reason the QR code is not working, I've also put the link down there so you can also write it with your hands. So, talking about time off and managing your leaves, there's some challenges that come with this, all right? How many days do I have left? Maybe I have to send an email again because I'm not sure how much I have left. If you send the email, did my manager actually receive my information? Is this still maybe waiting around somewhere? If I send another email, will I come over maybe as an annoying employee and somehow a stalker? And as a manager, if you accept your holidays, sometimes when yourself you come back from your time off, you realize that maybe you didn't do the planning that well because you see that so many people are actually not in office. So having a good visibility of who's present, who's not there, how many days I've left or not in the company, all of this actually gives you an opportunity to manage your time off in a good way and be efficient. So my message today for you will be that you don't have to, managing your time off doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be a challenge, it can be fair and equal to everyone and easy. So today I will take the role of Laura. Me and Laura have one thing in common. She's an HR officer and she loves to travel. Okay, she works for FlexiTech Solutions. They're also present here at Odoo, and they work with they have 45 employees in the company. So of course, Laura is handling a team of consultants, developers, sales, support, a big team. So let's see how we can translate this in Odoo. So here I'm in Odoo, and as an HR officer, of course, it's important that I manage my people's leave and that I manage the requests all very well. But of course, as an HR officer, I also need to take my own time off. So we will first start with this. I will go into my time off app and I will first put in my own leaves and then from there we will continue. So here are in my time off application, and of course don't forget here as Laura HR officer, I'm first going to check in my own time off. But before that, what do we see here? I see that I have paid time off, 16 days left, and until when they're valid. I have compensatory days, which can be legal days, maybe some overwork you did, and some specific time off that you have. Some companies, this I will say this often, it depends on the context and the structure of your own company, but here you have 7 days of training time off available because that's how it is in your company, for example. I will get back to this new allocation request, what it means. I'll explain it later and give a scenario. But what is also really important here, and these are maybe tiny details now, but overall as an HR officer, when you have so many responsibilities, it's really important to have little tools that help you understand very easily in a couple of clicks what's going on. So here for myself, I can see, depending on the different colors here, what type of times off have been planned here. And the legend, of course, very important, because from the legend I can see, okay, who has actually, what time off has been validated, what still needs to be approved, and what has been refused maybe. You also have mandatory days. And this one is a very important one because as a company, we're also participating to Odoo experience. And so we have to be also present in Odoo experience. And so we see that these days are in red. Why are they in red? Because these are moments where I, as an employee, am not allowed in any case to actually plan in a time off there. We'll get back to this, but also another important information that you see here is the gray zones. So of course, this you can also adapt depending on your company and your business and how you guys work in the company. But here you have all the gray parts that say that, I mean, don't go and plan a time off on that moment because it's already weekend. You don't need to book a time off on that moment. Another important one is public holiday. I mean, in Belgium, on the 21st of July, we see that this is also public holiday, so that you don't always have to like send an email again. Careful, guys. Tomorrow is a day off. Don't come to the office. They can see it straight away in their agenda. So this is actually a fun story that happened to me. Fun. I mean, you can decide. I thought it was a bit exciting. I'm soon going to Bosnia. And I wanted to, I saw a really cheap Ryanair ticket, so I booked my Bosnian Ryanair flight here on the 20th. And I was rubbing my hands because I was thinking, nice, such a good deal. I will be able to fly for very cheap to Bosnia. And then I actually realized, when I went to put this into my time off, that it's a mandatory day. So of course, a bit of panic. I go back into my Ryanair app, and luckily, Odoo time off allowed me to see this very quickly, and I was able to change the dates into my app without any fee, and everything was fine. So this is also a nice tool here to actually be easily in touch with the time off that you have, what you didn't take, what you can do or not. So let's take my holidays for Bosnia. I will go from the 21st September till the 30th. And I can very easily, in a couple of clicks, submit my request. And of course, as I've explained, this still needs to be approved. So you can see that it is striped. Now, actually for myself, this is nice. I booked my holiday, but what I also need to book here is my doctor appointment for next week. So for this, I can go into a week view. I can go to next week. And from there, I will say that on Monday, from 10 till 12, I will have a doctor appointment. See how Odoo automatically recognized that this is actually a doctor appointment and that is supposed to be in hours. So let me put 10 just to be sure. Voila. I'll put 0 here also, so I have exact 2 hours. Let's do it correctly. Voila, perfect. And I've submitted my request. All of this is very easy in Odoo, as you can see, and then I can get back into my yearly view, and from here I see that, okay, so I've planned my doctor appointment, I've planned my Bosnia trip, and all I need to wait for here is a confirmation internally. What is also nice here is, here I have a calendar view, I can easily see what's going on, but you also have a list view. And from here, I can also have an overview of all the time off I have booked and all the requests I have, what's been approved or not. And so from here, there is no more hassle and stress from, okay, what's going on here with my holidays? You can just easily go here and check what's going on with the list view. It's a bit more easier like that also. One last thing also here that can be very interesting is that you also have a mobile app. The mobile app works really good. You know, sometimes we say, oh, but there is a mobile app. And then you go into the app and nothing works. Here, the mobile app is really nice. And you will see in the next, next part of the demo, that actually, if you're sick or maybe there may be some urgent requests you need to do, you don't always have time or the opportunity to go on your computer. So you can just come here and put it on the computer. Okay. Dashboard. Okay, perfect. So now I think my work here as for my own is done. Now, of course, it's really important because the real work is starting now that I can reply very easily and fast to all the requests that come in during the week. Okay, Why? Because the fastest and the best I reply to all the requests that come in, the better I can also be aligned with the needs of the company, have accurate planning, and so on. So let's see here my overview. Nice. Depending on the filters that I have here, because I mean there are plenty of filters here, there's also one that is off today, so you can straight away see, okay, who is there, who is not there straight away. I can see that today on the 20th, everyone in my team is available, so that is great. I can already go and put in our weekly calendar, for example, to actually talk about the priorities of the week and tackle those. Now that I see that everyone is there and that I've booked the next meeting, what I also see is that my time off is here, but that Mark also requested a time off. Okay, so I mean, in my team, we can discuss it with Mark, but we're not just a team of 2. We're a company of 45 people. So what I will do here is maybe move this filter. Okay. So now we see a bit better what's going on a bigger scale. And so from here, what I can do is see that, okay, Mark wants to take time off. This has not been approved yet. I see that Anita has an approved holiday and Abigail too. Interesting. So actually, I saw Mark in the hallway. I talked with him, and he said that he actually made very clear what everyone needs to do, and that he will only be gone for 3 days. So we realized that actually it will be fine. We can all take the holiday at the same time. But one really nice tool here is also that you can straight away from this view go accept and refuse the request. So from here we will go and accept this one. Okay. I can also go and accept my own, of course. What else do we see? Well, I see that here we said that, everyone in the company is there, but no, actually, when I look into my screen, I see that Ronnie is actually also off today. Okay, that's fine, but just so I know. So the purpose here is to show you how easy it is, depending on these filters. You can see who's there, who's not there, and how eventually you want to organize or not your time off. So now that we have seen it in this view, I mean, as an HR officer, it's also nice to not always have it in this view, because I mean, look, if I want to see what's planned ahead, then maybe this is not the best to do it all in bulk. So what we can also do is we have another view here that is the time off view in list. So from here, I can see all my requests that need to be approved in once, and I can go ahead and confirm, refuse, and be efficient. Of course, if I take out the filter for my team, I will see all the status of everyone who's asked for time off, what's been approved, what's been refused, and all of this is pretty clear in one view. Perfect. Now, we have seen that we can easily manage and have a view of the requests that are coming in. Now, as an HR officer, I also have some other responsibilities that I can have, which is, for example, Abigail, that is here. She is a newbie. She just started in our company, and I mean, of course, she has her access to the time off app, but she's not too comfortable yet to maybe ask her time off. Okay, so what we can do here is maybe we can look at this together, and I will do it with her, for her. Very easy. In one click, I can come here, click New, select Abigail. So what I'm doing here is giving her a time off for her, just to show you that I can, as an HR officer in Odoo, I have this flexibility. She wants to take some paid time off. She wants to take it from the 1st till the 3rd of October. And done. I will approve it straight away. Perfect. So now we see that the time off of Abigail has also been approved and planned. I mean, if I want to have a better view, I can also just go on her employee file, and from there I can see everything that is going on. Voila. Next, we see that there is maybe some other types of time off that they can also take, my employees, which is for Anita. If we go on Anita, her file, we can see that she has here some time off that was already confirmed. This one is also confirmed in the future. So you see, per employee, I can also easily see what's going on in their calendar. But here what we are going to do for Anita is give her a new time off because actually she's getting married. So what I can do here is go into my time off again, create a new time off request and go for Anita. Give her a wedding day because she's getting married. Congratulations. And we will give her, she asked me to do this on, let me see, on the 8th of October. Yes, very good. Voila. And I will just say to Anita, please, don't forget to link, wow, I am screaming at her. Please don't forget to add the certificate. I mean, of course, we're talking about the wedding certificate here. And so she can later on here come and attach the file. Same for sick leaves. They can easily take a little picture, add a document, so everything is in there. Perfect. I feel like as an HR officer, I'm moving very efficient and fast. I don't know what you think, but it's going great. So, now that we've seen this, I'm going to give you a tiny bit of theory, but this is to help you understand the concept better. So, in Odoo, you have a time off type. This is actually the category of time off you take. Unpaid leaves, paid leaves, sick leaves, and they're linked with rules. What do I mean with rules is who can allow them, who can accept them, so you can go and fine-tune this. And linked to that in Odoo, you also have an allocation, a balance linked to the time off type. That is the credits, the amount of balance that the HR officer will give you. For example, a balance would be, okay, we have paid leaves time off type, but the allocation here will be 20 days of paid leave. Okay? And same of other example of a balance and allocation is 19 weeks of maternity leave. But of course, and this is a really important one, do we give a balance to a sick leave? Of course not. We don't, because when they're sick, you don't plan this. They go into the agenda and they say, okay, sick leave, and then it's given in. Okay, so all of this concept here, why is it important? Because this is what allows Odoo to actually adapt to any kind of culture, company, specific types of time off. This allows you to be very, very specific in how you want to manage your leaves. So now, let's go further. As an HR officer, I mean, this is nice because this provides me a lot of flexibility, right? I can create my own types of time off. I can say how much balance I give, okay? But, I mean, we're a big company. We have 45 employees. So, should I do it all manually? Of course not. Odoo has a solution for you. So what I will do here is I can actually plan a grouped time off. So what I will do here, what is the scenario? Well, I actually, as an HR officer, I already want to plan all my days off for my employees for next year. So let me do this. I can do a new grouped type of time off. And you can see here, see, I'm wrong. You got to stay very focused because here we're talking about allocations. I give you the explanation. I was just seeing if you were all following. So now what I want to do is giving a grouped allocation, not a type of time off, because this we already have. So what I do here is I want to give a grouped allocation to my employees, but look, you can go even further. You can say, I want to give to my company, to a department, to maybe one specific employee with a hashtag. So this means that actually with Odoo and the time off is also able to follow up with very big growth and I mean very bigger companies and not only 45 employees, for example. Okay. You can choose the type of time off. I will give my paid time off for my employees for next year. And so, of course, I will say that they're valid starting from the 1st of January 2026 till December 31st, 2026. Voila. And I will give 20 days. Something happened. Okay. Let me put it back in big. Yes, voila. So I will give 20 days. Allocate the time off. Boom. I've given it out to all my employees. They have 20 days plans for next year. I don't think we realize, but this is a huge gain of time. This is very efficient. But let's go further. Before we talked of time off types, but here what I will do is also give maybe a compensatory day. Yes, compensatory day to Walter. I'm giving a compensatory day to Walter because actually Walter has been working on Sunday. He is very dedicated, so of course he can get that back. So me as an HR officer, I will allocate him this compensatory day. And I will validate it. Voila. So what's next? I mean, now we have seen all the requests maybe on one level. We have seen how we can manage all of this one by one. But what we also want as an HR officer is have the bigger picture. Of course, we don't always want to see one by one what's going on here, even though you can do grouped actions. So this is where we can go into the reporting. And I will start my reporting by type of time off. And here I will see what is going on with the time off. Okay. I see here in my time off, and then we'll have to stop. I see here in my time off that I see the paid time off are 34 days. Sick leaves, 15 days. So what I will do quickly here is see which is the employee that maybe takes away all these sick leaves, or maybe not. This is what we're going to check. So we're going to see the reporting by type. And we will see here, once again, if I isolate the sick time, that we see that actually my employees are actually taking their sick leaves pretty equal. And now it's time for questions.
Unfortunately, we won't have time for your question, but we have collected all of them in the pad. I really invite you to go to our HR booth, and like this, our expert will be pleased to answer all of them. Thanks a lot for your attendance, and Elif, thanks a lot.
Welcome.